Sims, a former NFL quarterback, what he saw from the Browns defense against the Saints.
The Browns just refuse to not play anything that's super aggressive on defense. And it's just they don't bend or break or change their approach for anybody. And it just doesn't seem to matter. And it looked like the Saints were like, okay, if you want to put all these people at the line of scrimmage, then we're going to attack right back at you. And if you want to put all these people at the line of scrimmage, we're going to put Taysom Hill at quarterback and get him in the wildcat and get a numbers advantage and then get him on the edge, do stuff like that. And that's kind of seemed to be what it was throughout the day. The Browns kind of matched them with some firepower early on in the football game. Jameis made some big plays. Jerry Jeudy had a big day, and Njoku had a big day. But ultimately, it just they couldn't keep pace with what the Saints were doing to that Browns defense.
And Jeff, it's becoming concerning because it's missed tackling and it's lack of communication, and it's been pretty consistent with the Browns. Last year they didn't have those breakdowns; everybody was on the same page. This year they're not tackling, and half the team's doing one thing and the other half the team's doing the other thing.
And I think there's also maybe one word you're probably omitting here. And a lot of it is want to and effort. I mean, you're not telling me 34-and-a-half-year-old Taysom Hill going 75 yards. You're not telling me that there's not one secondary player from the Cleveland Browns who can properly take a pursuit angle and run down Taysom Hill. I mean, that's some of the questions I have. The touchdown to Scantling, business decisions have become a popular, catchphrase, I guess, around here. And, when you're putting on the emergency brake and putting the car in park, 40 yards from the goal line, I mean, it's a bad look. It really is. It's a poor look. And, that was one of the concerns I had, with the Browns going into the bye at 2-7. Did some guys look at it as, hey, this is a chance to regroup, go out there, battle, hey, if not all 53 are on the same page, I don't want people talking about me like I'm somebody that mailed it in, because sometimes, people get to the bye and, your season's most likely over. It's really hard, to come back 8 days later and, fire up that engine, like you were 7-2 to say. So there's been a lot of it going on. And it's, there's times where, it looks great but the stretches are brief and, limited. And, then there's times where you think they're starting to play better, and then you just see the gaffes of all gaffes. But, I mean, Taysom Hill at his age, 18 touches, 200 total yards, even got him to be responsible for both turnovers that you got. If you told me you lost because Alvin Kamara ran for 150, you'd be like, well, Alvin Kamara is pretty decent. You fell for the mirage again. They always get basically duped by the jet sweeps and all this stuff that's smoke and mirrors. It felt like it was 2008 in the Miami Dolphins when this Wildcat stuff originated. And you would think a guy like Jim Schwartz, who was in business then and doing really damn well, would have probably had some sort of answer for it.